Okay, now that you have had a chance to copy down your division vocabulary notes, we're actually going to start with a basic small division problem, okay? And I have it set up as a scenario question, and then we're going to solve. So here's the big scenario. Let's make sure we understand the scenario. That's very, very important whenever we're problem solving, okay? It says, there are 156 students in Carville Middle School chorus. Now, a chorus is kind of the same thing as kind of like a choir. The music director wants the students to stand with 12 students in each row. So you know how whenever you have the choir, most of the singers all stand in rows, and they usually stand on some kind of platform. Well, this band director is being very specific, and the band director wants 12 students in each row. So as we can see, we've got some numbers that we're dealing with here. So we have 156 students. So that means that's the total number of students. This is obviously the total, okay? And then the band director, or I'm sorry, excuse me, the chorus director wants there to be 12 students in each row. So what I need to think about is we've got 156 students. We have to take those students and we have to make sure that we only put 12 kids in each row. And we keep adding a row of 12, 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 until we have positioned all 156 students. So basically, boys and girls, we have a classic division problem. And that division problem would be 156 divided by 12. Yes, I know. Ooh, that is a 2-digit divisor. Oh my gosh, Miss Knack, I'm not sure what to do. I'm terrified. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. How do I do this? How do I do it? How do I do it? Please, please, please do not freak out about this. I've got you covered, okay? I hope I don't need to mention this again, but if you need to, pause the video, copy down the scenario, copy down the question, copy down what I have so far. In the meantime, I'm going to keep going. So we're going to follow the same exact procedure that you followed when you were in 4th grade. And let me refresh your brain, okay? Do you remember? Does McDonald's sell burgers? Does McDonald's sell burgers? All right. So the D stands for to divide. The M stands for multiply. S stands for subtraction, and B stands for bring down. Subtraction is a really important part of division because if you really think about it, division is nothing more than just repeated subtraction. Kind of like multiplication is repeated addition. Well, division is just repeated subtraction. You're basically subtracting 12 from 156 as many times as you possibly can until you have 12 kids in each row and all 156 students are placed in somewhere in a row. Okay? So the way we do this mathematically is it's a long division problem, so I'm going to set it up this way. Okay, I'm going to use the whole division bracket. Okay? So earlier we talked about what a divisor is. So the word divisor is going to be applied to 12. 12 is our divisor. The divisor is the number that's actually doing the dividing in this particular case. 156 is going to be the dividend, right? So we're going to repeatedly subtract 12 from 156 until we've placed all the kids. Now, we could do that if we want to, by the way. If I wanted to do it, I could absolutely solve this problem that way, but it's not the most efficient way. So I'm just going to go down my checklist. So the first thing I'm going to start with is divide. I'm going to think about division. So I start with my divisor. I look at it and I think, okay, I have 12. All right. So I've got to think, does 12 divide into 1? The answer is no. So I've got to move over to the next number. Will 12 fit into 15? In other words, could I subtract 12 from 15 and be okay? And the question is yes, or the answer is yes. So 12 will absolutely go into 15 a total of 1 time. So I've made some decisions about division. The next thing I'm going to do is the multiplication step. I always tell students, if you, in the beginning, if you need, you could just put a little multiplication sign there to help you remember. So I'm just going to do the act of multiplying. 1 times 12 is 12, right? And remember this repeated subtraction thing? I'm going to subtract. 15 minus 12 is, so 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay? So I've done my multiplication. Now the next step is subtraction. Oops, I kind of already did that. Now I'm going to bring down what is left. Okay? So now I'm left with 12 dividing into 36. Well, I kind of know my multiplication facts, and I know that 3 times 12 gives me 36. So I know that 12 will divide into 36 a total of 3 times. Boys and girls, I cannot stress this enough. Learn your multiplication facts. Learn them, know them, all the way through 12. Trust me, it will make your life much easier, especially in division. So now I can see 12. So I made my decision about division by putting my 3 here. Multiplication, 3 times 12 is 36. Now I'm going to do subtraction. 36 minus 36 obviously is 0. I have absolutely nothing left down, and I have absolutely nothing left to bring over. So, and there's nothing left over. So boys and girls, I know that my quotient is 13. So the answer to the question is, the question says, how many rows will there be? My answer is going to be there will, oops, I don't know what I was thinking there. There will be 13 rows of students. Excuse me. You don't have to make that little mark. Okay? So, I hope that this helps you, and I hope that you're going to continue to practice. In the next video, we're actually going to do a little bit more practice. I'm going to stop the video now and let you get a chance to catch up on writing and copying things down and actually doing the practice.